Hi everyone, we are live. Let's do a quick tour of the office while we're waiting to start at 12 o'clock. I've gone live, but nobody's here. I'm going to do a tour of the office. Okay. For TikTok, but no, it's nobody. Will you be my friend?
Yes, we have 3 minutes more.
How do I tell if somebody's here? Oh, here we go. Hello. We are Bowman Law Firm. We are live para lunch, learn, and fideicomisos at mediodía. Here is our team. We're going to do a little pre-show tour. This is un plan de fideicomiso y testamento y poder notariales y poder salud and todos los documentos. Yes. And this is our team. That's Amanda and Viviana. Yes. A little tour. This is our conference room where we do our reunions and meetings with the clients. It's very nice. We can all sit here and talk. Hi, Daniel. ¿Cómo está? Yes, yes. Who else has joined? All right, we'll be starting promptly at 12 o'clock. So please have your questions ready. I'm coming to spy on the virtual team. Here they are. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, we're almost time to go live. 1 more minute. But this is Bowman Law Firm. Please call our office anytime and make an appointment. We'd love to have you here. This is our office. Con mi firma, which could be the law firm or your firma. Mi legado está seguro. I wonder if that's backwards. Okay. Yes. Get your questions ready. We're going live in 1 minute. And please follow us on TikTok. We're trying to get more followers, and we have our little counter going. Okay, about to go live. You guys will come in the room. They just won't stop working.
It's because this is
It's a big plan. Mm-hmm. But this family is going to be so protected now. We worked so hard for the last couple weeks on this plan, and they're coming at 3 o'clock to sign, and we're really excited for them. And the clients leave very happy when they're done. So it'll be good. This is my office. We're listening to some Luis Miguel. Yes. These are my degrees. They're real, I promise. I've been a lawyer for 23 years. Here's some of my college. And that's the law degree. Okay, so it is 12 o'clock. Bienvenido a Bowman Law Firm TikTok Live. Hola, todo está aquí. We can do this in Espanol and English. Yo quiero intentar mi español. So go ahead and feel free to ask us any questions, and we will answer them. You can also call in now and make an appointment to meet with me. Yes. And we can make an appointment and have a consultation if you want to talk privately, but we are here to help you. Todo mi equipo es bilingual. We speak Spanish, we speak Vietnamese, and of course English. So give us a call and we are here to help you. So I guess Vivi, we could talk about, to get started, is how I'm so mad about the deed. I can pull it up even. I should have redacted it. We had a wonderful widow come in today, or yesterday. She was a widow. Her husband died. And the deed, we had a wonderful widow come in today, or yesterday. She was a widow. Her husband died. And the deed was anymore because the husband is dead and he's on the deed. So she came to us and I had explained the problem. If only the lawyer at the closing had wrote those words on the deeds. Simple words. We could have taken him off the deed, no problem, and gave the house to her, and she would have insurance. But now she doesn't. So let me let Vivi explain that story in Spanish. That way our Spanish speakers can understand.
Hola, buenos días a todos. Bueno, lo que estábamos comentando es que lastimosamente el día de ayer tuvimos nuestra primera consulta con una señora muy formal, la verdad. Y en medio de la consulta nos dimos cuenta que lastimosamente el deed o el título de la propiedad estaba mal titulado. Ellos habían comprado su casa, ella y su esposo, y al titular el deed pusieron que ellos dos eran los dueños, pero no pusieron que eran dueños conjuntos con derecho de supervivencia. ¿Esto qué significa? Que a pesar de que los dos son dueños de la casa, si uno de los dos llega a faltar, el otro tiene que ir a probate o al proceso de sucesión para obtener ese 50% de la persona que falleció. Nosotros hablamos mucho de las palabras mágicas que son las de el derecho de supervivencia o dueños conjuntos con derecho de supervivencia, porque esto va a hacer que cuando uno de los dos falte, el otro inmediatamente pase a ser el dueño en 100% de la propiedad sin tener que ir a probate. Como esto no sucedió con la cliente que tuvimos, lastimosamente vamos a tener que ir a probate, aunque nuestra firma por lo general no toma ese tipo de casos debido a la condición de la situación, a que la señora estaba súper confundida, también está como muy sola aquí en este país, entonces pues decidimos tomar el caso y vamos a iniciar el proceso de probate con ella, pero sí es muy triste y también es un poco como que nos da un poco de molestia y de rabia ver que otros abogados no titulan correctamente los títulos, perjudicando a las personas que obviamente no saben ese tipo de cosas. Entonces, pues ese es como el chismecito de la semana.
You want to show them? I'll show them the words.
Okay, I can do it.
So these are the words. If you can't find your deed, call this office. We have an expert deed finder. His name is Don. He can find a deed from under the rock. So just call us. We will find your deed. There may be a fee. We'll let you know. At the most, we charge $45 to look for your deed because we have to search the court records. But if we're able to do it when we're not busy, we usually just find it for you. And your deed, if you're a pareja, if you're a couple, it should say joint tenants. Is it backwards? Or it's forwards because of my camera.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to flip it. Or you can. Sorry. That's what's fun about live.
Flip. Okay.
Here we go. I can't do that. I don't want to see myself. I don't want to see myself anyway. Okay. So the words that need to be on your deed is joint tenants with right of survivorship. How many words is that? 3, 4, 5, 6 words. 6 words, and this widow could avoid over a year of probate court, paying additional attorney's fees, costs, and she has no insurance on her house. If a tree falls on her house, if there's a fire, if there's anything, she has no coverage. The house is gone. This is how we talk about without a plan, without the proper structures, you can lose everything. So I didn't want to freak her out, but I'm like, without insurance, you're in a lot of risk. And a lawyer prepared the deed for her. It had the lawyer's name. I should call them out, but I'm not going to. The lawyer's name is on the deed, and they did not put these words. So when you're doing a closing and you're a couple, make sure if you want these words to be on there, have them on there. Now, you don't have to have these words on there, but what these words imply is that when one of the owners dies, the whole house will go to the other owner, no court. And so if you want that to be the structure, which is usually what you want when you're a couple, just have these 6 words on there. And we can correct this while you're alive. So if they had come to us while the husband and wife were still alive, I could, for a small fee, do a new deed for them. Way cheaper, way faster. We could have fixed this. So let's fix it for you now. Call us. We can fix this, and we can make you an entire plan so that for the rest of your life, you don't have to go to court. Okay? And I guess I'll let you do it in Spanish with those words.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's our Spanish. Can I get a Spanish speaker?
No, it's...
Oh, did I do it wrong? Oh, wait, this way.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Ok,
Okay.
Entonces, volviendo a las palabras mágicas que tenemos que tener en nuestro título cuando compramos nuestra propiedad, nuestra casa, con nuestro esposo o compañero permanente. La idea es que existan estas 6 palabras dentro del título, que es Joint Tenants with Right of Survivorship. En español significaría tenencia conjunta con derecho de supervivencia. Y como les decíamos ahorita, esto va a ayudar para que si alguno de los dos fallece, el otro adquiera el 100% de la propiedad sin necesidad de ir a probate o al proceso de sucesión en corte. Cuando no tenemos estas palabras, somos dueños 50-50, yo sigo con mi 50% y mi esposo o compañero permanente que murió deja su 50% congelado. Yo debo ir al proceso de sucesión en corte para que el juez decida pasarme ese 50% a mí. Entonces, estas 6 palabras te pueden ahorrar 1 año de corte y muchos costos extras.
Perfect. Yes. All right, we're going to check. I'll let you do that while I stand here. Are there any questions that popped up?
No, so far.
No questions. If you have any questions about this, go ahead and type them in Espanol or in English. If not, we'll just keep talking. But...
Okay, we have a question. It's in Spanish. O sea que no basta con que mi nombre esté en el título de la casa. So if it is not enough that my name is there, I will need to go to court without those words.
So, to me, it's a red flag, and I'll do it in English and then she'll do it in Spanish. It's a red flag cuando one name is on the título, because if you die, if you're incapacitated, and in some situations, if you're deported, the house is in risk and you have to go to probate court. So if one name is on the title, I don't like it, because if something happens to you, your family has to go to probate court and you can lose the house that way because nobody knows who owns it. So the best thing I recommend is to have the house titled in the name of a living trust. That's the strongest protection. So we'll do it in Espanol.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we have our Spanish.
Ok, entonces un saludo a Mónica, que fue la que hizo esta pregunta. Mónica pregunta si entonces no basta con tener mi nombre en el título. No, si no están estas palabras, a pesar de que tu nombre esté ahí, eso significa que tú solo eres dueña del 50% y el otro 50% va a tener que ir al probate o al caso de sucesión, proceso de sucesión en corte, para luego poder tú tener el 100% como tal. Con estas palabras, cada uno es dueño de su 50%, pero además de eso van a tener la seguridad de que cuando uno de los dos fallezca, el 100% pase completamente al sobreviviente sin necesidad de ir a corte. Pero la mejor manera de asegurar y proteger tu vivienda es poniéndolo en el fideicomiso. Así que llámenos, escríbanos a WhatsApp, escríbanos por Instagram, TikTok o Facebook. La mejor manera de comunicación que ustedes tengan para organizar su consulta inicial y tener la mejor asesoría respecto a sus necesidades.
We have a question. Hey, Amanda, can you talk about pets? Should I include them in my trust?
Oh, sí.
You want to do it in Spanish first, then English? The question was in English.
Okay. La pregunta fue en inglés, vamos a hacerlo primero en español. Entonces, Amanda pregunta, ¿qué podemos hacer respecto a las mascotas? Muy buena pregunta. Incluso hoy estuvimos hablando de este tema en la radio. Podemos hacer fideicomisos para nuestras mascotas. ¿Qué va a suceder con esto? Es que tú vas a nombrar un guardián o tutor de tu mascota, vas a nombrar un albacea o administrador, y esa persona se va a encargar de darle el dinero al guardián o al tutor para todo lo que tiene que ver con tu mascota, la peluquería, el baño, la alimentación, el seguro veterinario, medicamentos, todo lo que sea en razón a la manutención y el cuidado del animalito, ya sea un perro, un gato, un loro, no importa el tipo de animal. Es toda aquella mascota que tengas en tu casa. Ahora lo vamos a hacer en inglés.
Perfecto. Yes, you asked, should I include your pet in the trust? Yes, we do. So when we do a plan, we include everything. And pets are like family. Under the law, technically, it's property, it's chattel, it's the same as a property of like a desk or furniture, but we can include it. So like she explained, we can do an official pet trust, where you actually name a guardian for the pet and you name the trustee to provide money for the pet. So we can set up a pet trust. Or an easier thing we do within the trust is we name who you're going to give the pet to when you pass. Usually I like to say any pets I have or any dogs I have or any cats I have goes to this person, and then you should give them some money. So that's what I usually recommend. So you can say my neighbor is going to get the dog and I'm going to give her $5,000. And then I recommend you ask the person that they accept that they'll take care of the pet. Because if you do nothing and have no plan, the dog's probably going to end up in the shelter. And you know, the shelters, they don't last long there. So we include pets in your plan. So make a plan and we will include your pet and make sure your pet is protected.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Any more questions?
No, for now.
We can take you around the office to show the plan, and then we'll talk a little more about things. But our plans are done in 2 weeks usually. So after you come in and meet with me and the team, we design your plan and talk about everything that's important for you. And then we prepare the plan over the next 2 weeks. We discuss it as a group. We make sure all your issues are addressed. We really take it personally. And then we finish the plan usually in 2 weeks. And then you come for the signing. You come for the firma. And we have all your documents ready. We go to the conference room and we make sure you understand all the documents. And then we put them very organized for you in a binder, or I love this word, carpeta. We put it in the binder for you and you get a USB drive. And our clients just leave so happy because they have this plan ready. And if something happens, they are protected. And you don't know tomorrow, something can happen. And so when you have this plan, you are fully protected.
Okay, we have a question. Say hi to Josue.
Oh, Jose.
He's asking, what if my pet die? What will happen to my assets and money? Can I leave a condition to be donate?
Yes. So the trust always includes a residuary, that word's so weird, residue. I kind of always think of a drain, like everything at the end. So we always include residuary provisions in the trust that if all the things you wanted are gone, the last plan. So what we recommend with a pet trust or any trust is either to name the final beneficiaries, and for the pet you can say, if there's no pet, I want the money to go to the animal charity, the Humane Society, any kind of animal shelter. So exactly, I would encourage you to say if there's no pets when I die, the money I set aside for the pet, send it to the animal shelter.
Okay, Josue is also asking, or any other conditions. I would rather leave my assets to my pet son for his loyalty and love.
Yes, a lot of times the pet is better than people. You can't give the pet money because the pet can't own money, but you can name a guardian, you can name a trustee, and then the money can be used to care for the pet. So, exactly.
Para todos los que nos están escuchando en español, la pregunta de Josué era sobre los fideicomisos que se puede realizar o cómo podemos dejar la información para nuestras mascotas y qué va a pasar después de que nuestra mascota también fallezca. En nuestras condiciones del fideicomiso podemos establecer que después de la muerte de mi mascota, la demás o el residual o lo que queda de los bienes o activos que dejé para el cuidado de mi mascota sean aplicados a una fundación o a una entidad de caridad. Es como nosotros lo queramos dejar. Siempre es con nuestros deseos y nuestras reglas. Tenemos otra pregunta. Say hi to Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Can your office assist with mobile notary? Can my parents create and sign a living trust without leaving their home?
Yes. We have third-party mobile notaries that we can set up for you, and you'll pay them directly. So traditionally, we do not go to your house or leave the office to execute the plan, but there are plenty of wonderful mobile notaries that will go to you and you can execute your plan. We actually just had one executed last week in the hospital. So I encourage you to do it before it escalates to that situation where you can't come to the office. But if you're in the situation where you can't come to the office, a mobile notary can come to you and you'll pay them directly.
Ok, entonces Kim preguntó si tenemos servicio de notario móvil, ¿qué podemos hacer cuando las personas no pueden asistir a la oficina? Nuestra oficina como tal no tiene un notario móvil, pero tenemos amigos o colegas que sí lo hacen y los referiríamos para que ellos asistan a su casa con toda la documentación y tomen las firmas. Tenemos otra pregunta. What should I do if I don't have the magic words in my house deed?
Call a lawyer. You can call us if you're in Georgia and fix it. Add those words. If you would like the house to go to the survivor 100% without court when you die, we can add those words and do a new deed. If not, it's going to end up in probate. So fix the deed. And usually when we talk to people, we can do the quick fix of adding the 6 words, or you can do a whole plan and have a trust. A trust has a lot of backup plans. So say both of you die at the same time or within 30 days of each other, the house is going to end up in probate. So the trust will always keep the house out of probate and it'll go to the backup plan. And like I said, it has a residuary provision that if everybody's gone, this is where I want the house to go. So the trust always has a plan. And if your house is titled in a trust, it's going to stay out of court and your trustee will follow the plan.
La pregunta que hicieron era qué se puede hacer o qué debemos hacer cuando las palabras mágicas del joint tenant with right of survivorship no están en el título de la casa. Si tú y tu pareja aún están vivos, llama de inmediato a nuestra oficina y te vamos a ayudar a corregir ese título, a poner esas palabras mágicas ahí. En caso de que lastimosamente tu pareja ya haya fallecido, también llámanos, pero por favor ten en cuenta que vas a tener que ir a probate, el proceso de sucesión, para que el juez pueda pasar ese 50% de tu pareja a ti mismo. Tenemos otra pregunta de Daniel.
Hi, Daniel.
¿Hay quien vigile que en verdad estén cuidando a mi mascota bajo las instrucciones que dejé? Ok, voy a responder primero en español. Sí.
Nobody wants to be honest.
Sí hay, tú puedes dejar tanto definido el cuidador o el guardián de tu mascota, también puedes definir que el administrador sea también supervisor o puedes elegir a un supervisor extra para eso. Entonces, ese supervisor o ese administrador, dependiendo cómo lo elijas, va a tener la obligación de velar porque el guardián esté cumpliendo con todas tus instrucciones. En caso de que no se estén cumpliendo, se puede acudir al tribunal en el que se va a iniciar un proceso contra ese guardián y va a tener que empezar a regirse por todas las instrucciones que tú dejaste. Do you want to answer in English?
Yeah,
the question was there is someone that can supervise if my guardian is taking care of my pet under the instructions I left.
Yeah, you were right. You can name a trust protector or a supervisor of the trust to make sure that the guardian is doing their job, and we encourage you to name backups. So the trustee can kick out the bad guardian and put a new guardian in. And usually when in the pet trust, it says that if the guardian isn't doing it, the trustee can kick out the guardian and find a new one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we have another question. What if I have a rental property? I want to protect them too.
Okay, who asked that question?
I think it's Amanda.
Amanda, good question. Yes. So we love to handle the rental properties and clean you up. It's bad if you have a rental property in your personal name. That is not good, because if the renter has a claim, they're going to sue you personally. Everything in your pockets, everything in your bank account, everything in your trust will be exposed to the renter's claim. And you drive around, you see all these billboards, get hurt, get a check. So, it's happening. So don't have a rental house in your name. I would encourage you to put it into an LLC. Now, if there's a mortgage on the property, you need the bank's permission before we transfer it to the LLC. Sometimes the bank says yes, sometimes the bank says no. So number 2, bank permission if mortgage. If you don't have a mortgage or the bank says yes, we can assign the rental home LLC to your trust. And that gives you asset protection for the LLC, and then it avoids probate. So if you pass away or if you're incapacitated or deported, you're unavailable, your LLC will pass to whoever you name according to your rules. And we'll do it in español, Amanda, if you don't mind.
Ok, Amanda preguntaba, ¿qué pasa con las propiedades de renta si las queremos proteger también? Bueno, lo que se recomienda es crear o formar una LLC, que es como una pequeña sociedad en la que tú vas a poner tu propiedad de renta ahí. Y lo que se va a hacer es que luego esa LLC se va a asignar al fideicomiso. Entonces, el fideicomiso como tal va a ser el miembro de la LLC, siendo el dueño de la participación accionaria, por decirlo así, de esa LLC, pero la LLC va a ser la dueña de tu propiedad de renta. Así, en caso de alguna demanda, algún claim por parte de los inquilinos o cualquier otra persona que tenga un accidente o un problema en esa casa de renta, va entonces a demandar a la LLC y no a ti como persona, por lo que no se van a afectar tus propiedades personales ni tus cuentas personales.
Perfect. And if you have rental homes, we set it all up for you. So when you come here to make your plan, we can do the whole rental home situation for you.
Así que si tienen propiedades de renta, llámenos, escríbanos por WhatsApp, Instagram, TikTok o Facebook y vamos a agendar una consulta para darles la mejor solución a la protección de todos sus bienes y propiedades.
You have to sneeze. Okay. There's a lot of pollen out there, people.
Okay, another question. How
Yes.
many trusts do I need if I have multiple businesses?
You really only need one, I think. I mean, every situation is different, but generally I only make one. It's either an individual trust or a joint trust. And then we assign all your LLCs to the trust. So if you have a painting business and a computer business, whatever businesses you have, those can stay in the LLC or the Inc. But the LLC is usually what we deal with for small business. The small business will stay in the LLC, and we make the trust an owner or member of the LLC, and then we assign it to the trust.
Okay.
So one, really, but every situation's different. There might be a reason to do more, but really one.
Ok, Amanda preguntó cuántos fideicomisos necesito si tengo muchos negocios o varios negocios. En realidad, únicamente se necesitaría uno. Cada LLC puede ser asignada al fideicomiso. Esto no va a generar ningún conflicto entre las LLCs, así que no hay ningún problema. Sin embargo, cada caso es particular, cada situación es diferente y después de una consulta podríamos recomendarte si en efecto es mejor solo un fideicomiso o varios.
Good question, Amanda. Thank you for joining us. You're asking exact questions. Good. We can tour around the office a little more. So after you finish your plan, we usually stand here and do a photo because people are very happy and relieved. So this is our photo wall, and we kind of have our little thing that your firma, which can be the lawyer, or your signature, your legacy is now secure. So once you do the plan, you feel good. You feel really good.
Okay, new question. Can I leave my house to my children, but if my husband and his pets outlive me, I want them to be able to reside in that same house. Is that possible?
Yes. So I love these questions, and when people tell us these desires, we can give them the legal tools to implement it. So for this question, the solution is called a right of occupancy. We can set up a right of occupancy within your trust so that whoever you name, your children, the husband, the pets, can have a right to reside in the property, but they're not the dueño, they're not the owner. So they can't sell, they can't rent out the space, they don't have certain rights, but they can live there. So we can go through that and particularize it for your family. But yes, we use a right of occupancy in the trust, and then when that person's gone or they leave or they move, then the dueño or the owner will take over, according to your wishes.
La pregunta fue si puedo dejar mi casa a mis hijos, pero con la condición de que si mi esposo y nuestras mascotas aún viven, podemos hacer algo para que ellos sigan residiendo o viviendo en la misma casa, si eso es posible. Sí es posible. Existe mediante nuestra herramienta legal del fideicomiso una opción llamado el derecho de ocupación, en el que tú puedes dejar establecido que aunque la propiedad va a pasar al nombre de tus hijos, tu esposo y las mascotas tienen el derecho de ocupación hasta su muerte. Esto va a significar que aunque ellos no pueden vender o rentar como tal la casa, deben vivir ahí hasta que fallezcan también.
Perfect.
We have another question. So essentially, a trust is better than a will.
Yes. And usually I'll just throw out numbers. Like a lot of lawyers will charge $1,000 or $1,500 for a will, and the base price for a trust for an individual trust in our office right now is $3,500. So it's not a huge difference in price. But the will, if I write in my will, when I die, Daniel's getting my house, Daniel's like, yay, she's gone, I'm getting the house. No, Daniel's going to court to change the title so that he can get the house. It doesn't just automatically pass. However, if I had made a trust and put in my trust, when I pass away, give my house to Daniel, the trustee can transfer the house to the beneficiary, Daniel, without going to court. So yes, in my opinion, I feel like hiring a lawyer to do a will is a little bit of a waste of money, in my opinion. Might as well pay a little bit more and you completely stay out of probate court.
Uh-huh. La pregunta fue entonces si esencialmente un fideicomiso era mejor que un testamento, y la respuesta es definitivamente sí. Con un testamento tú únicamente estás dejando una guía de cómo quieres tus bienes que sean distribuidos al momento de tu fallecimiento, pero esto significa que tus beneficiarios o tus herederos van a tener que ir a corte al proceso de sucesión para que el juez haga efectivo ese testamento, mientras que con el fideicomiso tú dejas todos tus deseos, instrucciones, condiciones, reglas respecto a cómo quieres la distribución, y simplemente después de tu fallecimiento el albacea o administrador entonces va a hacer la distribución de inmediato sin necesidad de intervención judicial.
Exacto. Great question. I love that question.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady I was talking about earlier that came in with the deed, she had a will. The will wasn't helping her in this situation. If the house had been in a trust, there would completely be no problem.
Uh-huh. Como el caso que estábamos contando inicialmente, a pesar de que la cliente tiene un testamento, igual tenemos que ir a corte, al proceso judicial, para que sea en la corte que el juez determine que en efecto ella va a tener el 50% restante y ella va a poder empezar a hacer uso y todos los movimientos necesarios con esa propiedad.
These are great questions. Thank you so much. And if we don't answer them or anything, you can always call in and have a one-on-one with us. And we'll answer them.
Okay, can you remember our telephone number?
Yes, 678-395-7795. And you can go on our website, it's norcrosslawfirm.com, or I think on our TikTok profile, you can reach us through email, you can call us. We also have WhatsApp, that's on the website too, there's a WhatsApp button, 678-626-6155, you can WhatsApp us. And all the calls and all the texting is free and confidential. So you can talk directly with the team. And then what we'd really love you to do is come to the office and meet with me. We can speak Spanish, we can speak Vietnamese, we can speak English, whatever you want that makes you feel more comfortable. And let's sit down and make your plan.
Mm-hmm. Okay, another one. So when I put my house in my trust, how does that work? How can I do it?
We do it all for you here, but that's the most important part. So say you write up a trust and you have it. It's paper. It's not doing anything. The power of the trust is titling your assets in the name of the trust. So what we do in this office is we don't only write up the trust, we do the deed preparation. We title your house in the name of the trust. And that's how it has the power.
Ok, so la pregunta fue, cuando pongo mi casa en el fideicomiso, ¿cómo funciona? ¿Cómo se puede hacer? Entonces, lo que hace efectivo o ejecuta realmente el fideicomiso es la titulación de las propiedades. Cuando tú vienes a la oficina, hacemos todo el plan del fideicomiso, tú firmas los documentos, nosotros nos encargamos de hacer la preparación del nuevo título y de enviarlo a la corte para que quede legalmente asentado, mostrando que esa propiedad ahora está asignada en un fideicomiso. Entonces, es muy importante planear, venir, firmar los documentos, pero la parte fundamental de todo el proceso es cuando nosotros asentamos los títulos que preparamos a nombre del fideicomiso en la corte. We have another one. How much is the living trust?
Our base price right now for an individual trust, and that includes the trust, the will, the power of attorney, the healthcare directions, and one deed is $3,500. That's our price right now.
Ok, preguntaron por el costo del fideicomiso. Tenemos un precio base de $3,500 que incluye toda la preparación del fideicomiso, un poder notarial para asuntos financieros, una directiva médica para todo lo que tiene que ver cómo alguien puede decidir por ti en caso de una muerte cerebral o de una enfermedad terminal en la que no te puedas comunicar. Además de eso, también un testamento que va acorde al fideicomiso y la preparación del título de la casa. We have 2 more questions and I think we are gonna...
Oh, yeah.
Yes, because it's time.
We need to work.
So next question is, when making a living trust, what information will be public?
Just the name of the trust on the deed. And so we help you name your trust. You can name it anything you want. It doesn't have to have the word trust in it. It doesn't have to have your name in it. So we've had, the Diamond Family Trust. And then the name of the trust technically includes the date that you sign it. So to answer your question, the trust is private. It's not filed with the government. It's not filed with the court. It's private, which is amazing. The only thing that's public is the title, the deed. The deed will be filed with the name of your trust, but we can name it anything you want.
Ok, la pregunta fue, cuando hacemos un fideicomiso, ¿qué información será pública? Únicamente el título de la propiedad o propiedades, nada más. Todo lo demás es totalmente privado y confidencial. La información del fideicomiso no se carga en la corte, no se carga en ninguna entidad gubernamental, así que ustedes serían los únicos que conocerían las reglas, decisiones, distribuciones que pusieron en su fideicomiso y lo único que sería público es el título de la propiedad que se asignó al fideicomiso como tal. Y nuestra última pregunta es, ¿Does the trust include a plan in case of incapacitation or deportation, or is a different process?
Great question. Yes, our trusts in this office cover everything. It covers your death, incapacity, and deportation. So we plan for everything when your family would need to step in and protect your estate, your property. So yes.
Ok, la última pregunta fue si el fideicomiso incluye un plan en caso de incapacidad o deportación o si es esto un diferente proceso. No, nuestra oficina ofrece un plan supremamente completo en el que incluimos todos estos eventos de la vida que pueden suceder. Entonces, el plan del fideicomiso aquí en Bowman Law Firm incluye todo el plan de incapacidad y deportación si lo necesitas, en el que se va a establecer cómo se va a actuar, qué se va a hacer si eso llegase a suceder.
Bye. Okay. Call us. Follow us.
Muchas gracias a todos por atender el live del día de hoy y nos volvemos a ver el próximo miércoles a las 12. Gracias. Adiós.